are you liaisons as commissioners to, or are you part of that library advisory board?
We're liaisons, and we're members of the lab. We've had tremendous problems keeping people on it, we've had tremendous problems having quorums, we haven't been able to take any active action. So we have been struggling with how to make our lab more vibrant and, you know, usable.
So you're-
And so we haven't had enough voting members, so we just changed the bylaws, so ex officio members.
In the
can-
bylaws, we are ex officio members, we're
Right.
not designated as liaisons like.
But you can vote.
We
now-
just changed the bylaws so that we could vote, but not serve on.
We can't be officers,
Or be
but we
officers.
can vote, so we can have a quorum, because we always show up, unlike some of the other.
Yeah. So this is an issue.
Yeah, and I have just a reservation.
This is a significant issue. It is clearly a conflict of interest, and I understand that you want to maintain the viability of the lab, and at the same time, I think first and foremost, you are commissioners, right? So, and I just want to be frank, I want to be candid in terms of what does that open you up to?
And I have some really strong reservations about doing it. Because we meet so infrequently, we decided, well, we can vote on this, and then if we decide, you know, this is not a good idea, we can undo it again.
Okay, so
We actually meet frequently, we meet every other month, but we can't take any action because the
You
meetings
don't.
get canceled, we don't have a quorum, or we show up and there's no quorum, so we can't do it.
okay. Do you have an active friends group?
We have yes, we have a good friends group. Very involved, and as of probably the meeting after next, we're going to try what Guerneville, I think it's Guerneville and certainly Sonoma do, which is the lab meets first, and then there's kind of this interregnum where the management, administration reports are given. The lab,
And
Bruce
then-
is gonna come first, then the
and then
lab, and in
friends.
between the management report, so both groups hear it.
Right.
And what we're trying to do is create a greater connection between everybody who is a library advocate, whether you're called a lab or whether you're called a friend, you sit in the same meeting and hear the same things.
So I think that potentially what we need to do is we need to step up and convert, not convert, because you can all obviously be on the friends as well as on the library advisory board, but get more of the friends onto the library advisory board so that the two of you are not in that position.
Yeah, I have, it's such a sticky.
It is,
tangle
it is,
to
it is,
begin with,
it is.
and like Friends Barbara is are you the vice president of the Friends?
Right, so that's
it's hard to
another,
get role
that's another
clarity
issue.
when we're
Yeah,
trying
that's
to do
another issue.
something.
All right, let me come to here and then I'll, yes.
The last time we met, you talked about, if I'm not mistaken, about your general conception of friends in labs and other library systems. Was there more of a beveling of the friends in the labs into one, or were they separate?
My perception?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no,
so
not-
I'm reiterating exactly what I did last time.
No, but I'm talking about when you got in, you deal with lots of
Right.
library systems. And is your perception this is an effective model, or it could be?
I think that this can become an effective model, as long as we draw discrete boundaries and this commission doesn't cross them.
And in
Cross
addition to
line.
that,
As long as we draw discrete boundaries and this commission does not cross those boundaries.
and what about the fact that every lab has a different set of bylaws?
I think that, that's what your JPA agreement, states, and I think what can happen here is you could go down the path of trying to create sameness through getting each one of those to change their bylaws, and essentially, I think the better path is to find what's going to work best for everybody, and then, by talking to everybody, and then find that place of convergence, really, that place of convergence. Again, the library advisory